Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Hasmina and I'm so happy that you're here. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about my results from the 75 Hard Challenge. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm so excited that I did this challenge and I'm so happy that I'm here today to be able to talk to you about everything that I've learned from this challenge and of course share with you guys my results. I mean, I really just have to start off and say that I'm a much happier person. I mean, like, I'm so much happier. But I definitely want to tell you guys really quickly. I know this part's like the boring part of the video, but I want to explain the rules really quick. So 75 Hard is a mental toughness challenge. And if you want in great detail of what the challenge is, I really recommend that you type in Andy Frisella's podcast. He explains it so good over there, and I can link it down below so you guys can listen to him. And he's just a great motivator anyways to like get you going, you know? Okay, so really quickly, the rules are you have to follow a diet, any diet of your choice, to have absolutely no cheat meals and no alcohol. This literally means like no cheat meals. There is no cheating, guys, okay? You have to do 2 workouts and they both have to be 45 minutes long. One must be outside no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's hailing, if it's snowing, if it's 200 degrees outside. You know what I mean. No excuses. You have to read 10 pages a day of a book, and it has to be a physical book, like you could turn the page type of book, not an audio book. And it has to be some type of like self-help type of book, something that you can learn from and you can grow from. And then you have to take a progress picture every single day. Every single day. You cannot forget to take the picture. If you mess up on any one of these, you must start back at day 1. So if you're at day 74 and you forgot to take a picture, sorry buddy, you got to start back at day 1. So the rules are pretty simple. You will get results from this challenge, but the point isn't for you to physically get in shape. Granted, you will get in shape if you do it correctly, but it's for you to get mentally strong, to learn to work through every single excuse or obstacle that's thrown at you, to work through it and still get your shit done. For me, like the number one thing was I hate being cold. I absolutely hate being cold. Like right now it's the winter time. So I was like, great, I'm gonna have to walk outside in the rain. Like it's gonna come to a time where I have to walk outside in the rain and I'm gonna have to fucking do it. Like it doesn't matter. There's no excuse. Like I want this. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to get shit done. And I did it. And it was just an experience. Hey guys, just wanted to give you guys a quick update on my 75 Hard Challenge. I am on day 56, I believe. And today was clearly, you could see I like just came home from work. Literally, I just came home from work and I'm making myself a little snack, hummus and little rice cakes with some Tabasco. But I wanted to give you guys an update and let you know like every day is literally not easy. And today was hard for me. I didn't want to get out of bed just because I was super cold and I just couldn't get moving in time. In the morning, I was able to do a 45-minute workout inside and then 30 minutes outside. And then I couldn't get the last 15 minutes done or else I would have been late for work. So it's 10:46 now. It's freezing cold outside. I think it's like 30 something degrees. I need to do 15 minutes of an outside workout. I have been mentally preparing myself for this all day at work. So I'm going to do a quick 15-minute yoga workout on my patio. I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to let this stop me. I don't care how cold it is outside. I'm going to go on my patio and I'm going to do this yoga. I'm going to complete day 56. Anyways, I hope this motivated you guys. I hope that if you're doing this challenge, you don't let anything get in your way. And I know you can do it. You got this. I am freezing cold, y'all. That was rough. It's so cold out there. Look at my nose, it's all super red. And I actually enjoyed the yoga session. It forced me to to focus on my breath work and to focus on my stretches, which felt amazing. And to not worry about like technically how cold I was. I love knowing that I'm on my yoga mat, feeling grounded, and that I am doing what I'm doing at that moment for me and only me. I just feel really good, and I hope that motivates you guys. Literally, all these excuses I've been making my whole life as to like, oh, I'll do it this day, or oh, I'm not gonna go outside because it's raining, you know, like it just opened my mind. I'm like in a whole different realm of like a mindset where nothing will stop me from achieving my goals, like nothing. And that's kind of like what you get out of this program. About a year ago, I went through some things just like everybody else does in the world, and it really knocked me down, really deep down. And I had just moved away, about an hour away, my hometown. And it was just really easy for me to get to a super deep, dark, like depression. I was really just tired of being in that place. It was sad. And for me to be in such a beautiful time of my life right now, and for me to just be that down it's still hard for me to come to terms with that I was that sad. But I remember one day getting up and just telling myself, like, the first thing that comes out of your mouth is going to be positive. Like, if you don't have anything to say, like, don't say it. And I'm talking to myself, because I would start the day saying negative things like, oh, it's already noon and I missed the whole morning. And I'd start off my day like this is me talking to myself when I woke up. I was having a really hard time with missing the morning because I worked so late at night that I had to sleep in. So I would start my day so negative. And I remember this was in my turning point when I chose to wake up. I chose to wake up, and I chose to make sure that the first thing that came out of my mouth was positive. I'll never forget it. I was taking my dog outside, like in this area where there's a whole bunch of trees. It's beautiful where I live. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. And I looked up, and it was hot and it was sunny, but it was beautiful. And I said, it's a beautiful day today. And bam, something clicked. I was immediately taken out of that negative mind space, and I decided to work on every single day, starting my day positive, right? If you know me, you know I'm a really positive person, but I was going through it. I was not in a positive mind state. And so from there, I eventually got my butt up. I started working out. I started losing the weight that I had put on during my depression. I had gained probably almost 20 pounds. For my little body, I'm 5'2". That's a lot of weight. That's the most weight I've ever gained. So I had lost 10 pounds. I was really proud of it. I had kept a consistent lifestyle of being healthy, kept off the 10 pounds for a whole year. I was like, okay. Another moment in my life happened where I was like, wow, I kept this weight off for a whole year. Like, I did that. I was like, I could do this. Like, because I was so used to yo-yo dieting, I was kind of like, oh, I gained 5 pounds and I'd lose it. I gained 5 pounds and I'd lose it. Like, I always fluctuated like that, but stayed at a pretty healthy weight. Like, I was never extremely overweight or anything like that. Maybe just a little fluff, but never 20 pounds overweight. I was like, damn, that's the longest I've ever kept my weight off and like stayed steady. And I was like, all right, what's the next step? What am I gonna do to take my fitness and my health journey to the next step? I prayed for guidance. I prayed for having my eyes open, my ears open, so that I can see what God has next for me in my life and what's planned for me next. I don't remember exactly how. I can't remember exactly how I came across the 75 Hard Challenge, but it had popped up, kind of looked more into it, and I was like, okay, I think this is what I'm gonna do next. I just felt like I was led towards this challenge. And then when I really looked into it, I was like, this is what I need to get back to Hasmina, like Hasmina before all of her hurt, all of this, like pure joyful happiness Hasmina, but motivated me. I was like, this is what I need to get back to that. And that's what I thought before. doing this challenge now, I surpassed that, which is amazing. But that was like my goal, because I had always been a go-getter, always taking extra classes in school, or just working multiple jobs, just always pushing myself to the furthest. I was like, this is what I am gonna do to get me there. So that's when I decided to do the challenge. I guess I'll go into what diet did I choose. A quick backstory. I was raised by grandparents whenever my parents weren't at work. So like every day my parents went to work, we went to our grandparents' house, basically lived there, you know, which I loved. I absolutely loved being there. My grandparents were vegan. So from a young child, I was introduced into the vegan world. And I remember back then when we had to make our own cheese, or we had to make our own veggie meat, or when cheese finally came out and it didn't fucking melt. Like it was so gross. But like the vegan world has come such a long way, and I can make a whole video about that. It makes me so happy. So I was basically raised vegan. When I went home, my parents, they ate meat and cheese, so I tried eating meat and I never liked it, but I do like cheese. So growing up, I kind of was like vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, like I dabbled. As I got older, I really chose to be vegan. It's really easy to fall into the vegan junk food, so I was really indulging into vegan junk food. So the diet I chose was to continue to be vegan, but to be like clean vegan. And that was really hard for me because I heavily relied on chips, heavily relied on snack bars. Like, oh my gosh, I loved little snack bars. Like I was a snack queen. Any type of snack I could have. I would rather eat snacks all day than eat a meal. So it was really hard for me at first, but then as you know, all things are, they become easier as you continue to do it. So I chose to do clean vegan eating. Along with that, I didn't really take any supplements. I did do protein shakes and I do take OxyShred, but I've been taking OxyShred for probably like a year or two now, and I really like it. I use it as like a pre-workout. Let me tell you, I am not a reader. Like I am now, but I wasn't then. Like I forgot, what is that called? Back in the day when you were in school and you went online and you could like get a summarized Spark Notes. I used to do Spark Notes all the time about all books in high school and in middle school or whatever. Like I never read a book. So this was going to be a challenge for me too. I'm so happy I did it because damn, there's just something about reading and taking in other people's knowledge and applying it to your life, or just learning to be open-minded that other people have other opinions and that's okay. It was just like ding, 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 like light bulb. I will never stop reading now. Like I absolutely love it. So they all have to be like self-help books. So I tried to choose books that I felt like I would enjoy reading as well, that I was interested in. So I have the books here, and I ended up reading 5 books during the whole challenge. Some days if I had extra time, I would continue reading. So I thought I would just show you really quickly the books that I read. This one is The Possibility Principle, and it's basically a psychiatrist who he kind of talks about his outlook on like positive thinking and then just like taking control of the situation with your mindset. So it was really good. Like definitely recommend. Big Magic. Another thing, this book is kind of about, like positive thinking, kind of like chasing your dreams and not worrying about what other people think. It's pretty good. So like this one is kind of like it approaches you in like more of a fantasy type of way. This approaches you more in like a scientific way. And then also like he talks about like actual stories of him and having these sessions with people. So it's pretty cool. It's like a factual, and this is like a fantasy way to draw you into the book. And I read this book. It's called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. It was about a guy who went from being homeless to making music, and to kind of like how his mindset was so negative, and then the second he chose to have more of a positive mindset, all of the things in his life changed for the better. And this was a super good read, super easy read, like a lax read, so this was cool to read. I read Hungry for Happiness, a book to help you kind of like learn to love yourself and to stop emotional eating, which I chose because I definitely had an issue with that, which I can make a video about. I finally feel a little bit more open to that section of my life. Reading this helped me acknowledge it and move, I don't want to say move past it, but work towards moving past it. This book was good. And I also read this book called, sorry about my nail, it's all jacked up, but Buddha's Brain. It's the practical neuroscience of happiness, love, and wisdom, which my coworker recommended to me, and it was really good. This is a like more scientific approach about your mindset, how to be more positive and things like that. It has a lot of references to actual science. It was really interesting. I enjoyed reading that. When I came to think about summarizing everything that I read, it was crazy to me to realize like everybody in the end wants the same thing. We all want to feel good. We all want to feel loved. We all want attention, affection. We all want to think good, but everybody has different ways of seeing it or approaching it or going through life with it. And I feel like that's what these books taught me. Like each one of these books ended up being about loving yourself, working towards a better you, working towards having a positive mindset, positive life, but they were all different ways of approaching it. I felt like that taught me to be more open-minded about just when anybody speaks. You guys are two different people. Me and you are two different people. I'm a different person from my family members. You know, like we're all different, and that's what makes us so special. Or else we would just be robots walking around on this planet Earth. In the end, we have to remember that we all do want the same thing. I feel like we need to remember that every time we speak to people and not be so defensive or ready to like, you know, be enemies or think negative or be mean. Let's just all remember we want the same thing in the end. And I'm really happy I came to that conclusion. And this helped me really to just like slow down and kind of be quiet and kind of just listen and absorb and learn from other people, because I don't know everything. Shocker. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I don't know everything, and I can learn from other people. That's what reading kind of helped me with. And I am so excited about it. I am continuing to read 10 pages a day. I'm going to start my next book, which is The Four Arrangements. I think that's what it's called, but it's a pretty popular book. But I'm going to start that tomorrow. I just finished Buddha's Brain this morning. So 10 out of 10, I recommend reading. What I learned from the challenge, and damn, I learned a whole lot. I'm kind of like nervous to talk about this part because I don't want to forget anything. The most generalized answer I could say is I learned balance from this challenge. I learned that you have to set up your life to better yourself. For example, in my last video, I talked about my work schedule. I had to switch that around so that I could have a more balanced life, something that worked better for me, so that my outside of work life would be much more balanced, which then would make me happier as a person so that I could perform better at work and be a better person to be around at work. I learned that there's so many hours in the day that we sit around doing nothing and we just waste. It's crazy how much you could get done in a day and still have time to do the things that are sit down and watch TV, go hang out with friends for a little bit, go see your family members. And I definitely had to learn that with trying to come up with my new schedule of waking up in the morning, taking a progress picture, doing my worship, reading 10 pages a day, getting my 2 workouts done, like getting all that done before my day started, so that once my day started, if any obstacle came in my way, I would have had it done. But I also learned that sometimes shit doesn't go the way you wanted it to go, but that doesn't mean you can't complete what you need to complete. Because there was multiple days that I didn't have enough time to get everything done in the morning. So I remember one time I was like going to meet up my mom, and I was like, all right, I'm going to meet up with you at your house so we can hang out and things, but I have to do my 45-minute like workout outside. So I just chose to do a walk. I told her, I was like, okay, so I'm here. I went inside, I dropped all my stuff off, and then I was like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go for a walk. And then I came back. I was like, I'm sorry, like I gotta do my walk. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like it's gonna happen. Another time I had an appointment and I didn't have enough time to do my reading at home. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna bring the book to the appointment. So I was sitting there in the waiting room. I was all, oh, it's my turn, okay. You know, like I just brought that with me, and then I didn't get to finish it in the waiting room. So once I was done with the appointment, before I drove anywhere, I finished my reading in my car. Nothing was gonna stop me. Like that's what I learned. And when I learned that I could do that for 75 days, I was like, why would I not continue this for the rest of my life? Why would I not bring this mindset into every aspect of my life? Just in this like go driven mindset of like, if shit needs to get done, shit needs to get done, you know? The challenge really like brought me back into that mindset. It just helped me be a better person all around and taught me boundaries, people that shouldn't be in my life. If you're getting in my way, if you're not like uplifting me and like excited for me to like do this challenge, for me to like better myself, then like you're clearly not somebody who should be in my life. Like making myself happy is way more important than making like other people happy, because that's what I would do all the time. Like I would miss a workout so I could go hang out with somebody. I'm like, no, but I'm not happy because I missed a workout, and so how can I be happy here? Like I'm not truly happy, you know? So I learned to really put myself first. It's not like selfish to do that. We owe ourselves to put ourselves first and make sure that we're happy from the inside so that we could shine through the outside to everyone in our life, because it's technically not fair for everybody in our life for us to be walking around negative, to be upset, to be agitated, to be unhappy. It's like, damn, what's wrong with you? Like, can you go figure yourself out in the corner and then come back? Like, you're not enjoyable to be around, you know? So like, if you look at it that way, like, we owe our family as well, to family and friends and loved ones and kids, to be making sure that we take care of ourselves. And it's just so important. And it's just like something that I would never not do again. Why go back to sitting on the couch, unhappy, sad, wishing that I was somewhere else, when you can just get off your ass and go and do it? Make it happen. Why are you wasting weeks, months, years of just being unhappy and wishing you were somewhere when you can make it happen? All that time that you were upset about not being somewhere, you could have been putting in the work to get there. And once you start getting there, and you use that as leverage to continue to push you forward, like, it's over. They're done for. They ain't ready for you at your best. And that's how I feel. Oh, I just got chills saying that. You know, like, obviously everybody will hit little speed bumps. Some days are not perfect. Trust me, some days are not perfect. It was not all sunshine and flowers every single day. I had to force myself to get up and get shit done. And nothing felt better by the end of the day than knowing that as much as I didn't want to do it, I pushed myself to do it, and I feel amazing. I feel amazing that, you know, because obviously working out, that makes your body feel good. But I feel amazing that I didn't let anything stop me from doing what makes me happy. To just be in that mindset is it's so awesome. Like, I'm just so happy to be here. Just so happy to be here. I don't even know what else to say. I could like cry. This challenge really changed my life for the better. Brought me back into the headspace that I wanted to be. I know I probably didn't say everything that I learned. I'm gonna beat myself. No, I'm not gonna beat myself up, but I'm gonna wish like I got to say it, but it's okay. It's okay. So I hope you guys could truly feel through the phone or your TV, like how radiant I am from the inside out because of the work I put in from this challenge for myself. What's next? At first, when I finished a challenge, I talked about this on my stories. So just in case you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me on Instagram. If you don't, at Mermina with 3 A's at the end. I talked about the fact that my challenge ended on February 13th. So that means February 14th, Valentine's Day, would be the first day off of my challenge. When I first started the challenge, my mindset was, yay, like February 14th, I can eat some candy, I can eat some treats, I can eat some cookies. I mean, like, you know, I was juiced. I was like, perfect day for it to end. I didn't really like plan that out. I just noticed that it was going to end on that day. Then the day came, February 14th. I had to be at work, which is fine, whatever. So that means there's even more treats there. Like everybody brought treats at work. So I was like, like I didn't just walk in and like grab a treat. Like I was thinking in my head, I was like, I don't really want this. So maybe I'm not going to eat it. I was all, what is this mindset that I'm in? Like, what? This is crazy. I was so juiced. I just got chills again. I was like, what? Okay, like, yes, I'm in a different headspace. I have a different relationship with food right now. Like, this is amazing. My friend, she gave me a little Valentine's Day baggie full of Mexican candy. And I was like, oh, actually, I really want that, right? I know y'all are thinking you're all dun. But no, it's still a good, healthy relationship with food or candy, because I was like, you know what? I really do actually want that piece of candy, so I'm going to eat that piece of candy, and I'm just going to eat that piece of candy. I'm not going to eat the whole bag, because that's what I would normally do. I went on for 4 days, I think it was, and I was like, okay, I'm going to continue doing everything like the challenge, except for I'm not going to take a picture, and I'm not going to time my outdoor workout. When I woke up and I didn't have to take a picture, I felt weird. I felt like thrown off that I was missing a step in my routine, my daily routine. And so I was like, I don't really like that. Maybe I should start taking a picture again. So then I'm continuing everything. My second workout, it was always either a walk or a run, or a little bit of both. I decided not to time the outdoor workout, that I would just enjoy the nature. I almost felt lost outside in the nature, and I was like, I feel like I'm missing something again. And a couple times I almost was like, because I always had my AirPods on, I almost was like telling it to start I don't want to say SIRI. I'm recording on my phone. And I wanted to tell her to start a timer for 45 minutes, and I was like, I guess I don't have to do that. I don't know, I just felt kind of weird. I felt like I was missing something. Kind of got over the fact that I was missing something, but what I felt eventually was that I wanted to push myself further. I wanted more. I felt as I was in a place of just stillness. I wasn't working towards getting better, and I didn't like that. I wanted another challenge. I wanted something to continue to push me forward, to continue to challenge myself, to better myself, because baby, I'm trying to get cut. I'm trying to get me some abs. Like, I'm trying to get somewhere, you know, in life, and I'm trying to continue this mindset for the rest of my life and continue to learn and soak shit up, be better, and learn to be better at all times, because there's always room for improvement. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? And so I'm looking at my phone, and I had bought the 75 Hard app, and I was like, oh yeah, I had asked me to start phase 1, and I was like, I totally forgot that there was other parts of this challenge. So technically you could do 75 Hard and be done with it, or you could do the Live Hard program, which is 75 Hard, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, and you're supposed to do it spread out in a year. And I was like, oh shoot, I was like, let me go look into that. And so basically phase 2 is adding on a couple other things to the 75 Hard challenge. I was like, you ain't gotta ask me twice. You ain't gotta ask me twice, baby. I was like, I'm doing phase 2. Or phase 1, sorry. I'm doing phase 1. I started phase 1. I am on my 3rd day of phase 1. Loving it. Like, this is a lifestyle. This is not just a little challenge. This is a true ass lifestyle that I want to be thriving and living in this forever. Yeah, I can make a phase 1 video once I'm done. So I guess the last thing that we'll talk about is my results. And you guys can see here that I did lose a good amount of weight. So yes, I had lost 6 more pounds, and I was stoked about that. It really wasn't even about the number anymore. Most exciting results for me were the mindset that I'm in, just the knowledge that I gained. I just feel like this sounds so crazy, but I feel like I live in a different world than the average, because now that I'm in the mindset that I am, I just notice how much people make excuses to not get to where they want to be. I'm not trying to like offend anyone or say that I'm better than anybody or anything like that at all. I'm just saying I view life differently now. I only wish upon other people that they can get to this mindset as well, and even better, because I still want to get better. But back to the results. My picture, you can see that I slimmed down, and I'm super excited about that. You know, I got in shape again. I mean, I had never really stopped working out, but to not make any excuses and work out every single day was like a whole other experience. I'm stronger. Like, I could do some push-ups, y'all. Like, y'all don't want to see me in a push-up challenge, okay? I'm starting to see more results in my body that I kind of haven't ever seen before, because I was doing such a yo-yo diet, and now I'm continuously going. I'm starting to see results that I've never seen before. It just makes me so excited and makes me want to continue. Like, I'm like, I don't know if you could see here, but I'm more defined here. I'm more defined in my arms. Like, I still need to lose this part right here, but I'm like more cut in my arms. I've gotten slimmer right here. I can see baby abs underneath my last little fat pad. I've never seen that much before. I'm getting toned in my legs again. I never really had a hard time with. It was just more so up here was my problem areas that I'm starting to see results in, and it's just fuel to the fire of like me continuing to keep on going and getting closer to where I want to be. So I feel like those are my results. I guess I could say another result that I've gained from this challenge is healthier relationship with alcohol, I guess you could say. I was a pretty big social drinker. I love to have a drink. I would never like go crazy, but I'd love to have a drink all the time whenever I was around other people, or like have a nice meal on my day off, like have a little drink. Now I'm like, nah, I'm good. I really don't need that, which I used to be like a long time ago. Like, I never was a drinker. And then I surrounded myself with people who were drinkers, and so I slowly became one too. So having a better relationship with alcohol is amazing, to be like such clear-minded without having alcohol in your system, and without being like hazy the next day or glossy-eyed or just like feeling sluggish. Like, I just feel energized all the time, and I'm just really happy that I could be in a space where I don't think about alcohol. I don't care about alcohol. I could probably be good without ever drinking it again. I'm not saying I won't, you know, like it would just be like on occasion, or like on a vacation. Who knows? I probably won't. I just don't need it. I'm just high on life. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm high on life. I'm high on my health. I'm high on my mindset and my happiness and just everything else. That I don't need that, you know? Okay guys, so I remembered one last thing that I wanted to talk about, and I thought I would talk to you guys about my newest tattoo. I usually don't really talk about my tattoos just because they're all personal and it's like my business, you know? It ties in with the challenge, so I thought that I would explain it to you guys, or just show it to you guys. I just want to share because I love it and it makes me so happy. And it's this one on my hand that you can see. It goes on my hand and then it ties to my wrist. And it's pretty simple and clean, much simpler than my other tattoos. You know, like these ones are way like in depth. But the reason why I got it is, one, I kind of always wanted like a little plant or something simple here to kind of represent my veganism lifestyle. This journey has been really life-changing. I couldn't be more thankful for this journey. When I thought about that plant, it reminded me of how much peace like nature brings to me, and how much it's helped me throughout this whole challenge, throughout my life in these last, you know, so many days. And so I was like, I kind of want to expand on that idea. I want something like this. I found it and was able to add on to it and design it. I wanted it here because it's somewhere that I always look down on and I can always see. It's kind of just a reminder of my journey and what I went through, how deep I've been in such a dark place, and how I was able to pull myself out of that, just work on being in such a better place in my life. I feel so much growth from within myself. I just kind of wanted a little reminder there. I feel so proud of my growth, and that's why it's in such a spot where anybody could see it, but it's mainly somewhere for me to always be able to be reminded that this is where I want to be with my life. This is how I want to live my life, always continuing to better myself. I love my journey, and I wouldn't have asked for it to be any other way, because I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for the things that have happened to me, or the things that I've gone through. Yeah, it's just kind of a reminder of all of that. If I ever feel like I wanted, not that I've felt that way yet, but if I ever felt like I wanted to slip back into being in a different mindset, that I wanted to remind myself, like, that's not where you want to go. You want to continue to grow and be better and do better. Literally, it's just a reminder of this whole journey, the beautiful journey it is, the beautiful journey of growth is kind of how I want to explain it. I hope that made sense to you guys. It means a lot to me, and it makes me really happy. Talking about this tattoo the whole time has given me chills. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little story of my tattoo, and yeah, I'll let you look at it one more time. Isn't it so cute? It's my newest baby and I love her.